Hey everyone, I'm here to give you an honest review on next generation hybrid flooring. And why I can speak on this is, first of all, I designed the product, the Luxfield Next Generation board, and I designed it from scratch. And I have it in my own home. So I troubleshooted all the potential problems and outcomes and pushback that I'd have from clientele, because I'm like, if I'm gonna have something, I'm gonna sell something, I have to embody it. It has to come from a place of knowing. And what we did is I had it installed in my home first. And I wanted to sort of push the boundaries of what was possible. Is there a few sort of cons, some downsides, some limiting factors? Well, yes. I'm not going to talk rubbish. I'm going to tell you how it is and what it's all about. Plus side for us is we wanted to lay over top of tiles. This was the only board system that could go floating straight over the top of tiles, and they were quite uneven. So that's a massive plus. Downside is there's a little bit of a hollow knock where the grout line is, because essentially it's not completely flat and level there. That's okay to me. That was kind of a little bit of a pro and con. I weighed it up. I was okay with that little bit of a hollow feeling. If the floor is completely flat and smooth, piece of cake, feels nice and solid. It does still feel solid, but it could feel better if you wanted to put a leveling compound down and stuff. But the massive plus was we could go over top of the tiles. So speed of installation was there. The ease of installation was there. We needed something waterproof. This is very critical. So great, it ticked it off. 100% waterproof from the top down, makes it very, very easy, very user-friendly. I have it in my laundry, have it in my bathroom. Got a couple of little kids, so when they have a shower, it seems to be more water coming out the shower than in the shower. So very, very good in that regard. The feeling is huge. So Lux feel, it has to feel luxe. And the way that we designed it is to have it forgiving. That flexibility factor makes it feel soft underfoot. And it's not like soft as in like a carpet, but it's forgiving under the body. So it's a massive plus. If you were to have like something super heavy, like a bowling ball chucked down on your floor and it hit the ground, it's gonna put a dent in it. But it would probably chip concrete or smash a tile. So that's a little bit of a downside. So super heavy load to drop down on the floor, it could potentially buckle the flooring a little bit. But the plus side about it is, you've got so many of those features and benefits that give it more upside than the downside. And one particular board can be replaced at any one stage. Let's talk about there's a lot of sun, that we cop a lot of sun all the time in the Australian environment. So fading will happen with every particular flooring that there is. Like you think about your car, if you've got a red car, that thing fades so quickly. That's just harsh Australian sun. It's just the way it is. So what we can do to mitigate any potential fading, which a lot of boards don't do this, they don't have a UV stable print film, that's the photograph underneath. But what I recommend is a UV film put on your windows. So we actually put tints on ours, and that UV stableness just gave so much more comfort in the home, firstly. It's helping keep it cooler, and it protects the flooring, just mitigates a little bit of the fading over a long period of time too. So that's something that can be worked with. The general style, huge. Had to be stylish. My wife's very particular about what she likes and doesn't like, and that's okay. And if she wants to have a particular way of her home to be presented, well, this way that we've designed it with the photographic print films not being so repetitive, like 1 in 22, is huge. So big plus, has to look the part. If I put all the sort of pros and cons together, the pluses far outweigh the negatives, being it waterproof, being it comfortable, be it the speed of installation, being the easiness to keep clean. That's huge. So making sure that the texture on the board is a rounded groove texture so dirt doesn't take hold. There's a lot of products out there that you touch it with your fingertips and it feels very realistic because it's got groove and texture. But if those grooves, if you were to ever catch it with your fingernail, like horizontally across there, if your fingernails ever catch, that's a million little grout lines and it's impossible to keep clean. So we found that with all these bells and whistles, if you will, that we've put upon this board, it ticks all the right boxes. And could it be better? I don't feel there was much room for improvement. Tried and tested. It's relatively bulletproof in the grand scheme of things, and it's perfect for our home, and we thoroughly enjoy it. We'll talk to you again soon.